Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fortress of Solitude. Today we're going to be talking about Batman issue 7, written by Matt Fraction, with art by Jorge Jimenez, colors by Tormo Mori, and letters by Clayton Cowles. Batman finally comes face to face with the Joker again as Patient 10 tells one of the Arkham Tower orderlies named Josiah to pass on a message that they want to talk. The message eventually reaches Batman by way of Gordon and Bullock, who meet with Batman on the rooftops. Bullock explains that he has a trusted source in the tower who told him that Joker wants to finally talk. I really like how Fraction builds this up where Joker's name isn't even mentioned, but Batman knows who Bullock is talking about and who he needs to go and pay a visit to. It's something that he's knew was coming and something that Batman probably dreaded for some time. Joker is back and now he's got to deal with it. Mori's colors on the page here are just really fantastic. I love the use of shadows across Batman's face, so we can kind of get an idea of the headspace he's in, where, he doesn't want to have to do this, but he knows he's going to have to get around to it, and it's kind of put him in a bit of a shitty mood. Batman heads to Arkham Towers, where he meets again with Dr. Zeller, who tells him the average brain uses 500 calories and generates 12 watts of electricity daily, but Joker's uses 8,000 calories and enough electricity to light a Christmas tree up. She reveals that Joker has been medically immobilized and put in an isolated float tank where cranial implants convert his thoughts to speech instantly. Zeller is a little excited that Batman is there, since she didn't expect him to be the one that Joker actually wanted to talk to first, and if she found out beforehand, she probably wouldn't have allowed it. Batman is well aware of that, hence why Joker didn't ask her. He asked an orderly. She tells Batman to stay within the green tiles of the room, and if he deviates, he'll be shocked with a load of electricity strong enough to render him comatose. Before entering the room, Zeller tells Batman to remove his boots and socks to keep everyone in the room safe, and so people's shoes can't ground out electricity, something I'm sure Batman's boots have built in. So I guess the green tile floor stuff explains why over the last couple of issues, especially when Zeller is in her lab, I've noticed her kind of wandering around the lab either without shoes or, she's got her Crocs on or something. It's something I kind of picked up on a few issues ago, and I guess this explains it. She's keeping, everyone in the facility safe with this whole green tile electricity thing. I did start to wonder if maybe one of the artists or colorers or even Fraction himself maybe has some sort of foot fetish or something, because there was a lot of feet, a lot of Zeller feet in the last couple of issues. Zeller takes up her post in the viewing room, grabbing a kill switch and telling Batman that if she suspects he will harm Joker, she'll remove her finger from it and the room turns into a complete vacuum, killing Batman instantly. Batman understands all of this protocol and enters, told a final time that he's not ready for this, as thanks to what Zeller has managed to do to Joker's mind, it changed his body a bit. Something Batman finally sees as he lays eyes on Joker, who's gotten a little bit pudgier and lost all of his hair. Joker becoming the Hannibal to Batman's Will Graham is really fucking cool, and the idea of the sane Joker, while has been done before, we've seen it done countless times actually. This has always interested me though, since it's really how he goes back to being insane is the fun part. Like, how do the writers get them out of that corner and return Joker to, his crazy antics? And I'm intrigued to see how Fraction is going to do that. Batman holds himself back from touching the tank as he asks Joker how he did it, refusing Zeller's request to call him Patient 10, since he is still the Joker, no matter what prison he's in. Batman demands to know how he got a message to him, but Joker won't say, and Batman already knows it's because he's got people in Arkham Towers, demanding Zeller suspend and secure everyone who has access to the floor and room 10. Batman goes to leave, knowing this is just a waste of his time, but Joker doesn't want him to go, telling him about Josiah Jones, an orderly in the towers who used to be a policeman that also met Joker, and when he did, he sprayed the man in the face with a fire extinguisher, which burned Josiah badly. Joker knows that Zeller hired him as an orderly thanks to his training as a cop, and he soon found out where Joker was in the towers, visiting him every now and then, but never to exact any revenge like Joker assumed. It was just to actually just talk with him. This feels like Joker is kind of grooming another follower. He's done it, Harley Quinn, punchline, various thugs he's worked with, and he's doing it in a way where maybe he doesn't actually realize he's doing it. Josiah just kind of turned up and started talking with him, and now he's subconsciously made this guy one of his acolytes. But again, it is also the Joker, so maybe he is well aware of what he is doing. It's kind of cool that we can kind of theorize about this sort of stuff, like, is Joker actually changed, or is he just, subconsciously doing all of this while trying to change? And it's kind of like a Jekyll Hyde situation where, the Joker comes out every now and then and does all of this sort of weird stuff and evil stuff, and, Jack or whoever he's going to go by has to try and, rein him in. I'm pretty sure that's actually how the Joker was in the Sean Murphy White Knight series. I'm fairly certain that's how Joker was in that. I know Joker was an actual man in that, just a guy working with the cops, but I'm fairly certain he had that whole dual personality thing going, and I really like that. Joker reveals that he had Josiah use his police contacts to get in contact with people who knew Batman, which of course led to the Dark Knight being there now. Batman immediately picks up on this all being some type of gag, with Joker suddenly not remembering at all these bad things he's done, and now he's trying to move on and not be blamed for it all. But Joker, calm as ever, tells Batman that he remembers it all. This is where the issue really shines, as Jorge Jimenez does this incredible 3-page spread that, if you buy the physical comic, it actually folds out into one oversized page that showcases Joker's mind replaying all his greatest hits from over the years, revealing that he does indeed remember everything. Joker finds himself a little lost for words since he cannot describe what he is feeling, and it's like he has some sort of clarity thanks to Dr. Zella's Crown of Storms, calling Zella a remarkable woman, hoping Batman gets to know her a little bit more. Joker tells Batman that he knows he did all of those terrible things and is thankful for being contained as he is. Batman still does not believe him, thinking that this is all just some game he's playing, which angers Zella. I do wonder if making himself sane is the gag for Joker, since that would drive Batman crazy himself, since he would constantly be trying to catch Joker slipping up and think it's all just some elaborate plan on Joker's part, and without realizing that, oh no, making myself sane is the gag. It would also cause him to slip up some of the roles Batman plays in Gotham, like, it would, make him look bad. It could play into the whole sort of thing people have with Batman where he's beating up the mentally ill, and that could be like a literal adaptation of that, where, Joker is trying to, better himself, and Batman is constantly on his case, making it worse for him. It's an interesting idea, and I like that Fraction is kind of playing with it and never really committing right way to what the Joker is up to. Like, it allows us to guess, like what I'm doing here, where, is this all a gag? Is this actually like him manipulating Batman? Is he well aware of everything he's doing? All that sort of stuff. It's great. Batman decides to try and call Joker's bluff, claiming that if the crown works so well, why doesn't he get out of the test tube and pull all the needles out and go for a walk with him? Joker, though, says he cannot ever be allowed to leave the containment tube, and Batman must ensure it, even if Joker manages to convince Dr. Zella to do it, that it never happens. Joker reveals that he asks to see Batman for 2 reasons, the second one being a big secret. Before they can get to the secret, Batman asks what the first thing was, and Joker believes that Batman is lonely and he needed a friend, since after all he does as well. This is the exact dynamic I love with Batman and Joker, where they need each other to thrive and survive. One can't really live without the other. Joker is always the one who admits that sort of stuff and likes that it drives Batman crazy that is the case, because also deep down, Batman needs him as well, though he'll never admit it. It's a really fun dynamic, and I love when a writer does that. Joker reveals that Batman is the only one who saw the effort that he would put in, and the only one who understood what he was. Joker is well aware that Batman was his companion before he became the Joker in the tank, which feels like Joker trying to goad Batman a little bit, calling him lonely and trying to get him to attack. Batman knows he is alone, but he's not lonely, and he knows there is a difference, but Joker doesn't really believe him. Zella tries to end the session, but Joker asks if he might be able to speak with Batman alone, since he has a secret that he wants to tell the hero, but not to Dr. Zella. The Doctor doesn't like that, and doesn't think it's a good idea as Batman might harm him, but Joker understands, wanting some level of confidentiality between him and Batman. Zella feels like she's being manipulated and Joker clearly says he is manipulating her. However, she can stay and watch the interaction. She's just not allowed to listen to it. Zella agrees to 30 seconds and Batman and Joker begin to talk as Zella mutes her microphone. Joker reveals that he has heard many things from Gotham's darkest corners and heard something dangerous is about to happen in Gotham. He doesn't know what it is, but that alone makes it interesting to him. Batman isn't impressed as Joker thinks that something bad is happening in Gotham, and yeah, it's Gotham City. Something dangerous and bad is always happening. Batman goes to leave as Joker says that someone is coming to kill him and he doesn't know why and cannot stop it. Batman knows that people try and kill him every day, but Joker reveals that it's not Batman they're after, it's Bruce Wayne, revealing that along with all his memories of the Joker coming back, he also knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So I was sure that this was the one thing that was going to get reset with Joker coming back. He's known about Bruce being Batman for quite a while now, and this could have been the perfect chance to have that retcon or kind of reset that. But I've liked the dynamic now that Joker knows Bruce's secrets, and now Fraction is doing things with a quote-unquote reformed Joker. It's kind of put him in a position where he wants to protect that, and not how he did before where, you know, when someone would learn of Bruce's secrets, you know, Joker would just kind of kill them or dispatch of them in some way because he hated the idea of someone else knowing, you know, the joke being Bruce Wayne as Batman. He hated someone being in on the joke and him not being the only one. But I like that he's now kind of Bruce's protector a little bit, or kind of warning him about all of this sort of stuff. I'm fairly certain this is all the Joker we're actually going to get now, because Bad Seeds is starting soon in the next couple of issues of the ongoing here, and I don't think Joker's involved in that at all, but I kind of like that Fraction isn't overusing Joker. He isn't bringing Joker back here and then he's in, you know, every issue henceforth. He's just kind of giving us a little taste and, you know, then taking him away again and making us pine for the Joker a little bit. Kind of like what he did recently with Tim Drake, where he brought Tim in for a little bit and then sent Tim away. So then we'll want Tim back in a couple of issues or a couple of arcs, and it'll be great when he comes back. And I love that he's doing that with Joker, and I'm all for what he has planned with the Joker and this reformed quote-unquote Joker. Batman issue 7 saw the Joker return in a very interesting new way that changes the Batman-Joker dynamic and adds a quite big new layer to it. I really like seeing Joker going through the manipulation phase of his new relationship with Batman, but not knowing that he's kind of doing that, or maybe he does know. Maybe the old Joker hasn't gone anywhere at all, and this is just some big new plan of Joker to get under Batman's skin. Such an interesting new direction to take this character, especially after DCKO and him not actually being in Batman books for a while. So Fraction definitely has an interesting take on the character. I like the new Hannibal Lecter-esque version of him. It's very interesting, and I like where he's developing their relationship. I like that this issue is just him and Batman talking it out and trying to figure out what is going on with Joker. Even Joker doesn't really know what's going on with him. It's really kind of awesome to see a Batman who is on the back foot for a change and doesn't actually know what the Joker is going to do next, and neither do we. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10.